Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large. Because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
Max Bankman, I'm the new doctor.
Welcome aboard the Odyssey.
ABC Thursdays.
This ship is heaven. We're tending to our passengers' dreams. I'm in.
From 911 executive producer Ryan Murphy comes a splashy new drama on a luxury cruise ship with Joshua Jackson and Don Johnson.
It's your job to keep everyone alive.
She's in VFib. 1, 2, 3. Clear.
I have a pulse.
You're going to be okay.
Dr. Odyssey. Thursdays, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Let's go. It's time for Sedano and Cap.
A little sabor, and we're going to just nosh.
It is George Sedano. It is Scott Kaplan. Sedano and Cap is on.
I'm going to have to say respectfully, I'm going to disagree.
Okay, why is that?
I don't know.
The LA Afternoon Drive takeover.
He likes to lay the wood.
Yeah.
So,
You say Kikuchi.
Wacky forced radio stunt of the year. Ha
Christopher can go to hell.
Oh, nothing worse than the horse. Nah, man, black don't crack.
Benjamin Pratt is like, how do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger. Hey, these Hard Knocks guys are all over me right now. It's like I'm back in Dayton. You are a bit killer.
Because you got to talk about sperm.
Here we go.
You don't know. You don't know. And you know why you don't know? Because you're gutless, Andy. You're gutless.
Sedano and Cap.
God, I'm going to melt you. Yo. Sedano and Cap on 710. Andy Kamenetsky is in for Sedano. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Sedano might be calling a bowl game today. I don't know what the name of the bowl game is, and I don't know who's playing, but I think it's like Georgia Southern against like Western Mississippi Valley or something.
I'm going to check out Sedano's Twitter and see if he's promoting the bowl.
It's on the schedule because we have it on the app.
Okay.
Oh, we could do that thing again where we get him to like slip in words.
Okay. What's the game he's calling today? I don't know. But
the New Orleans Bowl.
Oh, the New Orleans Bowl, right.
He's calling the New Orleans Bowl.
Yeah.
That's on his Twitter account right now.
Okay. What is it, Western Kentucky?
It is Georgia State versus Sam Houston.
Oh, this poor kid. This poor kid.
Learn all the players for those teams.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Tuesday night I was driving south, okay?
Yeah.
And I turned on Georgia's broadcast of the NBA in-season tournament finale, and it was George and PJ Carlissimo.
Oh,
and
that's a good gift for him.
Yeah, it was great. I guess apparently the guy who normally would be the play-by-play guy, Mark Kestisher.
Yeah, I love him.
He had to I don't know, something happened. He had to bail, so they said, George, you're going to do play-by-play.
It's a big thing.
Right. So it was a really big deal for George, right?
This used to be my gig. I used to be with that crew with Kesty and Hubie Brown. And,
really?
Yeah, and Brett Barry was always
Sideline
on
Momo.
John Barry, yeah.
So George, I was listening to George call again. That's Tuesday night. Then this morning, I saw an Instagram message from him. He was in the airport in New Orleans, and he was like bemoaning that he needs to get some sleep because the poor kid doesn't sleep. Because how can you sleep when ESPN assigns you freaking Georgia State against Sam Houston, whoever the hell they are, and you got to learn all these new players. You don't got to know what conference they're in, who their coaches are. That's a real pain in the ass.
Even if you were, let's just say, for whatever random reason, Sedano was familiar with last year's Georgia State and last year's Sam Houston. In the era of the NIL transfer portal, all those players are gone.
They're gone.
You got to relearn new players.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Sedano's out. A-Cam is in. Momo has stuck around. Beto's coming by. It is going to be an all-out free-for-all today, and I'm here for it.
Wait, want to know why Momo stuck around? She's having the same problem that me and you are having.
Yeah, I just got back from Mexico. I was on a little girls' retreat. And we worked out. We did 2 days.
Cappy wasn't
on
also
the beach
on a
in
girls'
Tulum.
retreat.
It was kind of great.
Really?
I would love to be on a girls' retreat.
I bet you would.
Yes, I would.
they're exactly your crowd.
Yeah.
Cappy's like, tell me about the pillow fights.
Yeah, you could totally hang.
Right.
I mean, there was a lot of there was the mud bath, and we all ran into the ocean and the clay, and I know.
Yellow.
There was a cacao ceremony. There was
Really?
There was
Cacao?
a whole thing. That's
Really?
chocolate. Yeah.
Oh.
Cappy's imagining
I
something
know,
much
that-
different
yeah.
than what
Right.
it actually
Yeah, I
is.
didn't know that.
There was a lot of nights we went out. I was not allowed anyone to tag me on social media. Don't look for it. You will not find it.
Good.
But there might be video evidence somewhere. Just
Okay.
I'm not
Tell
tagged.
all them girls, hey,
Yeah.
you leave me out of this, okay?
Yeah.
You girls all got a good life,
Yeah.
okay?
Have
but
fun.
I have exposure and visibility on ESPN television.
Yeah.
So you keep me off your social medias,
Yeah.
all right?
We had fun. We worked out. We did other things.
Okay.
There you go. How's
Now,
that?
now
Yeah.
here's the issue, I believe, and this is why Momo has stuck around for a
Yes.
few minutes.
Yeah.
Because we're all bemoaning the same issue.
Yeah. It's Thursday, December 19th.
Right.
And I got 8 nights of Hanukkah presents to buy, and I got
Two rounds.
2 rounds.
Two
I got
rounds
2
of 8
boys.
nights.
I can't. I mean, you could kind of get away with getting them the same present for like a couple of nights. You can be like, you both get this, But I just used up. You can't come home from a trip and not get your kids something. So I
Right.
used up some of the gifts that I would have given them.
Oh, you already gave it to them.
Yeah,
Like,
I had
hey,
to get
mom
him-
just got home
Yeah,
here.
I got them each. I have a 2-year-old, so I got them. He got a colorful thing that looked like a magic wand. I just said it's a magic wand. I don't know.
Okay,
It looks
you have
cool.
no idea what it
I
is.
don't know what it is. It was
Right.
used in something.
Okay,
And then
gotcha.
I've got them both Lucha Libre masks.
Oh, that's cool.
That was cool.
That's an easy
I
thing to
thought
buy when you're in
yeah.
Mexico.
But these could have been Hanukkah
See,
nights.
Right.
First mistake you made. You should have saved the masks
Yeah,
as
would've
one of the
been good.
Hanukkah
Right.
gifts.
That's right.
Like
Yeah.
you can get away with
I
bringing
know.
them back each one thing from Mexico as long as they both get the same
Same
amount.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
I
was
know.
a mistake.
So I got 8 nights of Hanukkah to fill times 2,
Right.
and a cool Christmas gift to get. I could probably double up on the Christmas gift, but you got to get your kids multiple Christmas
'cause
gifts.
okay.
I do both.
You have the same dilemma I have.
Yes.
Your kids like
Yeah.
my daughter, they're halvesies.
Yeah.
They're celebrating both of these
Yeah.
holidays.
Really? Your kids are halvesies?
Well, not. I mean, sort of.
They're not
They're
fullsies?
fourths. So, my dad wasn't Jewish, but my mom was.
Okay.
Is there any
And then-
Christmas integrated into your family?
Yes, we got a tree. We
Okay,
got
then-
lights.
then
We got all
they
that.
might
Oh,
as
then
well
you're
be
screwed.
halves.
Yeah,
It
then
doesn't
you're
Yeah.
matter.
screwed. Right.
I grew up with Christmas and Hanukkah.
See,
we
there
got
you go.
both. We go to Hanukkah parties. I know how to make real latkes with the potatoes and the onions. I don't use a mix. Don't tell me those
Little
other
applesauce?
applesauce, sour cream, all
The
the
whole
stuff.
deal.
You got to eat them within 20 minutes of me frying them.
Okay, I
They're
gotcha.
like those kind of latkes.
But I'm with you guys too because you got to understand. I grew up full-blooded
Yeah.
Hebrew. Okay,
Yeah.
so we were always
Eating
all
Chinese
Hanukkah.
food on Christmas.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
We were all Hanukkah.
Yeah.
But now I got a shiksa girlfriend. Okay, so what do you give me a look for?
No, I know. I understand this problem.
All
I
right,
do.
so now I got a girlfriend who's not Jewish.
No judgment here.
She got 2 boys. Okay, so now
They
I
expect Christmas presents.
I bought a live Christmas tree for the
Yeah,
house.
same.
It feels to me, and maybe
Yeah.
you guys might have differing perspectives on this.
Yeah.
Cap, I think Cappy, it sounds like you were like me. You did not grow up with Christmas.
Correct.
Yeah.
I
was
never-
jealous of Christmas.
Right,
Yeah.
I never.
My husband didn't grow up with Christmas.
Yeah.
He's very jealous.
That's why I was a little bit confused because
Yeah.
I thought Neville was part of the
Nevin.
tribe.
Nevin.
Nevin.
Neville,
Norville.
Norberg. Yeah.
He's
Really?
had so many different names.
Neville
Yeah, I know.
was he one of the Neville brothers?
Well, he's had a lot of
You know?
names here over the
Right.
years.
Yeah.
Neville,
Okay.
Norville. He's
There
had
was a
so
thing.
many. I actually forgot Nevin's actual
I
name.
know.
But
But yeah, he grew up without Christmas.
Yeah.
They did, and he always felt deprived.
Yeah.
And so I just said, well, fine, we'll do both.
I have come to recognize, though, in my time, because my wife is also
Yeah.
Shiksa, so Christmas has been thrust upon
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas is way more stressful than Hanukkah.
Wow.
I do not remember Hanukkah ever being this type of stress.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because Christmas is one day, it's the center of most of the holiday
Yeah.
season, it's the mainstream one.
You got to go big for Christmas.
For whatever reason, Christmas stresses the crap out of me.
I feel the same way. Here's my issue right now. So my girlfriend, as she is affectionately known around these parts as Rachel,
Yeah.
she actually gave me a Christmas gift in advance of Christmas.
That you're wasting a gift.
And it was
store that up.
It was a great gift and a bad gift at
Yeah.
the same time. She gave me a membership to F45. First of all, I'm sore as hell.
Yeah, that's
I've done
great.
2 days of F45. I'm so sore I can barely walk. Okay, that's number one. It's a good gift because it's going to help me get in shape.
But it's laying down a marker.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
the problem.
what she
The gauntlet has been thrown down.
It's like asking somebody if they want a breath mint.
Yeah.
You're saying your breath stinks. Her giving me a membership to F45 is saying, hey, fat ass, stop complaining about how fat you are and go do something about it. Yeah. So it was a great gift, and it's probably pretty expensive. So now I'm out there trying to get her little presents here and there, but I don't have
I got
something.
A good idea for you.
Okay, because I need something that's substantial.
I got the female perspective.
Don't get her an F45.
So I need to crowdsource. I have very limited time to go buy a bunch of things.
Okay.
I'm going to have to get at least 10 to 12 presents for each kid because we got to get 8 nights.
Right.
And we got to get at least 2 presents per Christmas.
Right.
Okay, so this is a lot I got to do in the next week.
How are you going to do this?
I don't know. I think I'm going to go on an Amazon spree or just go to Target and buy a bunch of things. I don't know. Sounds like a plan. But I think a really good big gift for a woman is concert tickets.
Concert tickets?
Yes.
She's right. I was actually going to suggest that to you, Cap, but I figured... Yeah, I figured that you already thought of that.
So you figure who's coming to town, who's going to go through South LA, South LA, or somewhere up in LA, or maybe there's a lot of places that play out in the Inland Empire, right? There's a lot of places that go through in Ontario or whatever.
I mean, she loves live music. She loves it all.
So pick a big Nevin's kind of gotten into this. This is what I've been getting a lot for birthdays and holidays. Cool concert tickets, and because then I don't feel bad going to spending money on that, and it's I get to take whoever I want. So sometimes I would take him, but he has to stay with the kids, so I take a girlfriend, and it's really fun. It's like a girls' night.
I
hook her up with parking, good seats. Don't be cheap.
Wait a second. You're telling me that I'm going to buy her concert tickets, parking, the whole thing, but I'm not planning on me and her going together?
If she decides to take you, then that's good for you.
Okay.
If not, then she gets to go with her girlfriend, and you get credit. And the whole time she's like, "Yeah, my boyfriend got me this."
I'm the least creative.
That's a good one. Go with it.
I'm so not creative when it comes to gift giving, and I am feeling so much stress right now.
Yeah.
Because she got me this great membership to F45. Yeah. I'm already using it. I know it was expensive, and I feel like I have to come back with an equal to or greater than gift.
Yeah.
It's also, too, let's be honest, Christmas was always a holiday that we were excluded from, and you feel like if you don't give a good enough gift, we're never allowed back in.
I know, right.
Yeah.
Like they're just going to keep us behind that gate.
I think a concert is a whole night. That's a whole experience. Now, you could take her to the concert, but then it's like you're going to be part of the Christmas gift.
Right.
So, I think you just open it up, whoever you want to take.
I want to make a suggestion to everybody who's tuning in right now. You want to know what would be a great gift for everybody? I just thought of this. How about the East Central Hotel? How about a night at the East Central?
Yeah, it's good.
Right in the heart of downtown LA, right across from LA Live, from Crypto.com Arena, from the Microsoft Theater, from the Convention Center. The East Central is the perfect location in downtown LA. So if you want to come on down for a game, a museum, a concert, something, you might as well stay at the most convenient location and the biggest hotel rooms with the softest towels and a great bar and a great gym and all great people who work there. Hey, happy holidays to all the people who work at the East Central. I love you people. And to everybody on behalf of the East Central, happy holidays. East Central Hotel in downtown LA, entertainment's official address.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then, the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, Whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gat today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergat.com.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star defensive team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
This is Sedano and Cap for your afternoon drive.
Walks around like a little puppy dog
on 710 ESPN.
Oh, a little JT, huh? Nice. A-Cam is in the house for Sedano. It's Sedano and Cap here on 710 on Thursday, December 19th. Man, this whole year is just kind of winding down, you know, and then got bowl games, and before you know it, we're going to have Christmas next week, and then there's more bowl games, and there's Laker games going on, and there's NFL games happening tonight. Huge game tonight, by the way. Andy Kamenetsky, are you into tonight's Chargers-Broncos game?
I was going to say which big game, because the Lakers also have a really big game tonight. They're resuming action. It's the first of 2 games in 3 days against the Kings. And for a Lakers team that is looking to show that the win over Memphis was meaningful, it's obviously a big deal. But, yeah, I mean, the Broncos have been one of the most, if not the biggest surprise, I think, of the NFL season. I don't think anybody saw them playing at this level.
No. I would say that maybe I might argue that Minnesota is a monster surprise, you know, but nobody's going to see Denver in year 2 of Sean Payton with a rookie quarterback that most people didn't think was really a first-round talent. All of a sudden, here they are with 9 wins and on the verge of getting to double digits tonight.
Yeah, the reason I was thinking Denver more than Minnesota is even if Sam Darnold himself was a surprise, the other offensive weapons are all really established guys, and Minnesota's been good in the past.
Mm-hmm.
The surprise was that they weren't going with McCarthy and that they ended up having to go with Darnold in the first place. But Bo Nix, he is, I will admit, I don't follow college football super heavily, but he is much better than I thought he would be as a rookie.
Yeah, and it's not like he's putting up like spectacular numbers. I mean, they're good. You know, I mean, listen, if you were going to compare Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and Jaden Daniels, if I showed you all their numbers, yards, touchdowns, interceptions, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns, I mean, his numbers, Bo Nix, are better than Caleb Williams. Not quite Jaden Daniels, because Jaden Daniels has like nearly 500 yards rushing. But just by the way, since we're talking, there's 2 big games tonight. You mentioned that the Lakers versus the Kings. Someone explain this to me. How do the Lakers-Kings play back-to-back both in Sacramento? There's a weird scheduling thing going on.
It is a very weird scheduling quirk. And then, by the way, they play the Kings again in L.A. on the 28th.
Which is the same night that the Rams play the Cardinals.
Yes.
At SoFi.
Yep.
So there's a lot going on. That was my point. There is a lot going on here right now.
It's fun, man. It's a lot of fun. You know what? I'm staring right now at ESPN. They got NCAA volleyball championships. My daughter is super into volleyball, plays on a club team, so I have now started watching a lot of volleyball. Volleyball's fun, man.
I was into this game. I'm so glad this game's on in the studio because it's Louisville, who's the number 1 seed from their bracket, against my alma mater, the University of Pittsburgh. They're a number 1 seed, and I think they're the number 1 overall team in the country. So I'm super happy that this game is on right now because I'm getting tons of email from the school about how big of a deal it is for the girls volleyball team.
Has Pitt ever done anything honoring you, like your time at Pitt kicking?
No. It's weird. No, I don't think so. No, because not only was I only okay, but our team just found ways to screw things up all the time.
Have you do you have an entry in like College Football Reference? Have you gone there?
Don't know what College Football Reference
you know
is.
how there's like Pro Football Reference,
right.
basketballreference.com. Let me see if I can find.
All right, let me know.
The college football. I want to see what they have in there about Cap.
Let me know. Hey, by the way, I'm also rocking today my Yachtly Crew T-shirt because tonight at the Whiskey, Yachtly Crew tonight performing their Christmas album. So I wanted to give a little shout out to our boys from Yachtly Crew who stopped by on the show on Tuesday.
I was here.
I know you were. So I got to say, with all these things that we're talking about, Lakers tonight at the Kings.
You're there.
I am. The Chargers tonight against my Broncos. There's a lot of games that I definitely want to get into today.
Your Broncos.
That's correct, Lindsay Baseball.
Why are they your Broncos now?
Because anybody who plays against those Chargers, that's my team.
So you were a Buccaneers fan?
Last week, yeah. I was really happy with my Bucks. Really happy with Baker Mayfield. That's my quarterback.
That's right.
That's my quarterback.
Next year, we should look at the Chargers schedule and buy you like gear, like at least a T-shirt or hat
of every
from
team.
every team
Right.
that plays the Chargers, so that you can come in. Yes,
each week.
My Broncos
just
tonight.
send you there to heckle.
Right. Each week, I'll just show up in my Bronco gear, my Raider gear, Chiefs gear. I'm all in on it. I am. Even Tampa Bay Buck gear.
Wait, now what would you do when don't the Browns play the Chargers?
Well, I'm not a Browns
you're
fan anymore.
anti-Browns.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. You're anti-Browns.
But but if the Browns play the Chargers, I'm a Browns fan.
Okay.
Even though I'm now a Patriots fan.
This, that, patty whack, give a dog a bone.
Right. Give that dog a bone.
I found, by the way, your College Football Reference page.
Get out of here.
Now, this is something I love to do. I used to do this with Keyshawn. I've done this with DeMarco, Kirk, former athletes. I love to quiz you guys to see how well you know your stats.
Oy vey.
Do you know your career percentage for made kicks?
Not that good. I had a bad year my junior year. I got hurt. And I played in the game, and I've told this story before. This is one of the worst things that could have ever happened. Okay, I went 0 for 4 on field goals. DeAndre just gave me a look like, what? 0 for 4 in one game. Hurt my knee and didn't have the courage to go to the coach and say, Coach, I'm hurt. Instead, I went out there and by the way, we were very lucky to win the game because one of my buddies blocked a punt and another one of my buddies scored a touchdown on the block punt, and we won the game 0 for 4 in the game.
Who are you guys playing against?
We were playing against Minnesota.
Well, this does explain, by the way, I'm looking right now, 1991.
That was the year.
Your junior year in question.
Yeah, that was the year.
Worst statistics for both your extra point percentage and your field goal percentage.
Right, I know. I had a bad year, rough year.
Do you have any idea what your field goal percentage for career?
60%-ish?
Close.
65?
62.5%.
That's not going to get it done.
Well, it's largely brought down by
4 field goals in one game.
Do you have any idea what your extra point percentage was?
It's got to be like in the 95 range.
95.7.
Yeah.
Again, brought down.
You had that memorized. Don't lie.
Here's the thing. There was always this thing where they would like I had made like I don't know whatever it was like 50 in a row, which big deal. You're supposed to make them all, right? And then one got blocked. And I was like, oh, come on, man. Really? Like, because I was on, like, some kind of streak, and I was about to break some nonsense record. Yeah, it was just nonsense.
You still, though, according to College Football Reference, in 1991, that bad season, you were 4th overall in the Big East for total points.
How about that?
Ooh.
How about that?
Among kickers.
I know. How about that?
Wait,
fire.
What other teams are in the Big East, then?
That was, like, Miami, Boston College, Syracuse, West Virginia. That was kind of the Big East back then, you know?
They should bring back the Big East.
55 points you had during your junior year.
Not good.
It's not good? I thought that would be good.
It was actually your highest point total.
Come on.
And yes,
really?
it was.
Really?
Your freshman year, you had 53 points.
Okay.
Sophomore year, just 48.
Mm-hmm.
Junior year, 55.
Wow.
Can I ask mentally when you went 0 for 4?
Oh, dude.
How are you feeling?
We landed that night. I went to we had some friends who were older than us that they picked us up. They took us to a bar in downtown Pittsburgh. This was like when these were It was a very small town. So, we had chances to know a lot of people. At the time, the quarterback of the Steelers was Bubby Brister. And I
remember Bubby Brister.
And my roommate was our quarterback. So we hung out, me, Bubby Brister, Neil O'Donnell. Like, we all hung out. Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr. Like, they were the star. Barry Bonds. I'm trying to think, what was the other guy's name with the Mets, who always gets paid every year by the Mets? Bobby Bonilla. Like, it was, and I'm not saying that I was part of that group. I'm just saying that we knew all these guys. Show up to this club, it's like midnight, and it's Saturday night, and everybody's like, what happened? What happened? I'm like, I don't know, we won. What happened? And I remember I was so distraught. I mean, distraught. And I called this girl that I used to be friends with, used to go out with. I said, hey, can I come over? I went over to her place. The next morning, I woke up. I looked like a drunk who'd been out all night. I was disheveled. My tie was all, off to the side. My shirt was unbuttoned. And what's the dumbest thing that I could do? What's the dumbest thing that I could do the next morning after having the worst game of my entire life? Go pick up a newspaper and read about what they were saying about me. And I'll never forget what happened. I remember because the kid who was the kicker at Penn State, he went 0 for 3. I went 0 for 4. Joe Paterno was the coach at Penn State. He's like, he's our guy. We got confidence in him. He had a bad game. My coach was like, he'll be fighting for his job this week. Oh, it was and listen, when you're 21 years old and they don't have like a sports psychologist and you don't really have a coach to really help you work on the mental side of the game.
Clearly not your coach.
Bro, I was distraught.
I did not realize, maybe you've mentioned this before and I just never heard it. I'm looking right now. I'm as you can tell, I'm getting into this. I started looking at your roster from that junior year that we're talking about. I didn't realize you were teammates with Curtis Martin.
Not only was I teammates with Curtis Martin, I was Curtis Martin's valet. I'm not joking when I tell you. I used to drive my white Ford Thunderbird into the toughest neighborhood in all of Pittsburgh, where I'm the only white guy, okay? and Curtis, who is like the leader of the community, said there's going to be a white guy in a white Thunderbird. He's going to drive through here every day and pick me up. You leave him alone. He's with me. Yeah.
He gave also, too, side note, one of the best Hall of Fame induction speeches ever.
Yep.
His was, like, you can find it on YouTube. His was an amazing speech. That guy was a great player.
Dude, he was an amazing teammate also. But, I mean, we were super, super close when we were in college. All right, listen, Andy, you've taken me down a rabbit hole of my mediocrity, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But I want to talk about excellence here for a minute, and that's seller's advantage. Because if you're thinking about selling your home right now, seller's advantage can make things move for you so fast. Because this is not the time of year where people generally sell or buy. People, they kind of wait until the spring. They want to move their kids to a different school. This is not the selling season per se. So if you want to list your home, you should talk to Seller's Advantage because they will come in. They'll make you a competitive cash offer right away. That means no complicated closing process, no contracts falling through, cash on the spot, no repairs needed, nobody walking through your house. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades. They've got all the reviews to prove it. So call them today and get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or use their website, sellersadvantage.com.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
Boom. I wish I still had my truck with the speakers.
Yeah.
I got pulled over right in front of Angel Stadium.
Too loud of music?
Hey parents, another fun fact for you here from Children's Dental Fun Zone. They are open 7 days a week, so your child can be seen any day of the week, and they take emergencies, which is obviously something you need to be aware of, because you never know when those emergencies will come about.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pechanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pechanga.com and follow at Pechanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pechanga.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs, woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
This is Sedano and Kap for your afternoon drive.
How is that related?
On 710 ESPN.
What's up, everybody? It's Sedano and Kap here on 710. It is Thursday, December 19th, and we're working our way towards Christmas Day, Hanukkah night, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And before you know it, hey, man, it's 2025. Is it me, or does everybody say the exact same thing this time of the year? Gosh, this year went so fast. Just went by so fast.
It's all a blur, man. It is all such a blur.
I tend to agree.
Particularly, too, if you have kids.
Yeah.
Like, your days just start bleeding into each other because there's so much routine. Like, the days, in a lot of ways, become totally indistinguishable from each other, like day to day to day, because it's all kind of the same day. You're just getting your kids from point A to point B, then point B back to point A. And that's what you're doing every day.
Yeah. And then before you know it, they're like out of the house. That's what I've been dealing with, man. Seriously. Like, people always say to me, they go, hey, enjoy it, because it goes so fast. And then I'm like, yeah, but I'm in the middle of the war right now, bro. I can't enjoy it. And then all of a sudden the kids are gone. You know what I mean?
And then they're just making you take them to Amsterdam.
Yeah, right. 5 people. Me, 4 kids, 2 doobies. Okay, we sat around in a circle in these coffee shops, and we would pass around 2 doobies. Not 1 doobie. You know, like 1 doobie is like, you get to the end of it, and then you're like, yeah, should we hit another one? So we just would go with the 2 doobies. And so it would just go from kid 4 over to me. I'm dad 1, but by that time, kid 1 had already passed to kid 2. So now, and it's just going in a circle.
Nice rotation. That's what we call it. Nice rotation.
That's a nice rotation of doobies, don't you think?
It is a nice rotation.
And a lot of people are complimenting me on social media, and I really appreciate that because more often than not, 99.9% of everybody's beating up on me on social media. But a lot of people are complimenting me, suggesting that I should be nominated for Father of the Year based on the 2 doobie rotation in Amsterdam with my 4 kids.
Was this the first time that the 5 of you have ever experienced a doobie together?
First time that we'd ever
like
been
all
on,
5 of you?
Yes. Answer yes. First time we'd ever all been on a vacation together as well. Yeah.
Really? The first time ever?
Well, the 5 of us. I mean, when I was married way back in the day, there were a couple here and there. But it's been since I got divorced 5 years. First time the 5 of us have ever done anything like this.
And you're still, though, I mean, because for a lot of people, Amsterdam, that would be the Christmas and the Hanukkah present.
Yeah, it should be.
Yet you're still looking. You're still shopping.
Well, I just feel like I got like my daughter yesterday told me, she's like, I want to buy tickets to a concert up at Cal Poly SLO. I'm like, that's your Hanukkah gift, girl. You know, so listen, I'm just a pushover, Andy.
I know.
I don't want you.
I'm the same way too.
Just a total pushover.
I had last week, like, sort of declared, like, look, we're done. We've bought enough. We're done. Then I heard about a Nike volleyball camp. She's in.
Here's a guy.
It's part of the gift process, but still.
Here's a guy walking in right now. This guy's not a pushover.
No, he is
This
not.
guy is not a pushover at all. This guy will tell his kids no.
No.
He will do that. He has coached me, but his coaching has not been successful, unfortunately. but perhaps he's got some new advice. Ladies and gentlemen, Beto Duran stepping into the studio right now, and I said today's going to be a free-for-all.
What's happening?
What's going down?
No, I just walking in. I was going to put my stuff here. And
Yeah.
then you introduced me.
No,
so.
I have to introduce you.
So I'm not going. I'm just going to pop in, pop out. What's happening, DeAndre?
What's happening?
Any fights today with any other person from TV that nobody knows
Nah,
about?
no fights. No controversial topics today.
All right.
What was the deal with this guy? Did you hear about this, Andy?
No.
Okay, so DeAndre posts his Lakers daily,
Talk Daily.
Lakers Talk Daily.
Come on, man. Brandon.
And DeAndre posted it. And
this. Yes,
and
I do know about
DeAndre
this.
had the oh my God, how dare he? He had the opinion, which, by the way, has been said by many other people previous, and, by the way, had just been published in the LA Times by Bill Plaschke, who's like, the biggest name in print media in LA for the last 25 years. And Plaschke wrote this column and said, LeBron, take the trade. AD, you too, man. And then DeAndre, what was your take on the whole thing?
I said it's okay to move on from the LeBron era. The LeBron era has run its course with the Lakers, because it hasn't been much success ever since the bubble championship.
And in DeAndre's opinion, they're not going to be able to put LeBron in a position to win another championship. And if you can't do that, you might as well move forward.
Yeah, good job. Have a take, don't suck.
Exactly. And I'm standing by it. I'm standing on business.
Right.
It's not that hard.
So then I don't know who the guy is, but some dude from Fox 11, who I don't know if this guy's like Sunday night at 9 o'clock.
He's the weekend guy.
Okay. I don't know the guy. I'm not trying to knock the guy, okay? But my buddy Kyle Kraska over at Fox 11.
Nobody knows either.
Nobody knows Kyle because nobody watches TV anymore.
Nobody watches TV.
Right.
I worked at Channel 2 until a couple years ago, and the only time they'd watch me was when I was after football, and because the Rams were good. The season, the Rams were no good. Nobody knew I was working there.
Listen,
nobody watches TV.
It's the same thing in radio nowadays. We happen to be fortunate that here at 710, everybody gets that you have to be everywhere. You got to be on YouTube. You got to have your own mobile app. You got to be on
multi-platform.
Exactly.
That's what we are.
So the dude from Fox 11 then goes on to Twitter and says, it was almost like somebody school this man.
Trying to sun you a little bit.
Are you from here, little fella?
He said, where are you from here? Like, is this guy from here? And I said,
he was like, he doesn't know how this franchise works. Something along those lines. Because you're not from here.
Not from LA,
that's
so I don't understand.
Weak. And by the way, Plaschke's from Ohio. Or Kentucky, I believe.
Yeah, and by the way, DeAndre is from Palm Springs,
which is L.A.
The mean streets of Palm Springs,
right,
by the way.
Streets, man, that's right.
Where he's at, Cappy ain't going.
What do you mean? He took me to East L.A. and I walked around like I owned the joint. I protected him from this crack smoking guy on the streets of L.A. He was going to cry and be in the fetal position. I told him, "Don't worry, DeAndre, I'll protect you."
He had a fanny pack too, so I felt well protected.
Well, the guy also had a butane torch in front of him.
Right, he did.
This is a real talk.
This is a real me.
I've heard this story.
Me, Beto, and DeAndre are walking down the streets, acting like we just own the place. Right, we just walking down the street.
That strut?
Oh, we're strutting.
You look, for those who can't see right now, you look like George Jefferson.
Right.
He ain't got no wheezy in him.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, just the arm.
And we're walking down the streets, and all of a sudden, there's some dude sitting on the side of the street with like this butane lighter, and he's lighting up this rock. And DeAndre's like, "Oh hell no! Well, what is that? What's he doing?"
Damn, I don't quite remember that.
And I was like, "Oh, don't worry, DeAndre, I got you, man. I'll protect you."
That I do remember.
Yeah.
You did do that. You're like, "Oh wow, I got you." But it was like
that's when I stuck my hand in my fanny pack, so they didn't know what the hell was going on in there.
Anyway, you don't know. You don't know what I got in here.
You don't know what I'm carrying.
Cappy looked like the speed walkers at the Olympics. He was Gonzo, bro. Gonzo. What up, Cap? You look buff, bro.
Do I?
Yeah.
Really, I'm feeling very heavy.
Well, it's the new membership that Rachel got you.
You have no idea how sore I am. I am so sore.
From what? You didn't go to Flex this morning?
I did not go to Flex. I went to F45.
Oh, you're doing F45
I'm doing F45 now because my girlfriend gave me a membership to F45, which I'm telling you, I'm flattered because it's a nice gift, but it's also insulting because it's like saying, get your fat ass in there.
But Cap,
that's like buying a woman a vacuum for Christmas. Like, yeah, go clean the house, you know?
Wow.
I was going to buy my mom one, and she was like, well, that's kind of rude. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
Kat, but you work out every day.
I do work out every day.
You eat like a fat...
Just like a slob.
Slob,
but
bro.
I tell you right now,
so stop eating.
Something clicked in my head about 3 days ago. And I went to dinner. I pushed the carbs away. Last night I went to dinner. No carbs of any kind. Today I may not even eat again today. The rest of the day.
Good. Because I'll do this for a month instead of just 3 days.
That's right. I got to get committed to the project.
Since you got here on your 10-day, you're talking about how fat you were.
Right.
Like
True.
when you Cappy at night, you
Right.
always thought, I got to get in shape. You're an Ironman, bro.
Yes.
You are a motivated person.
Yes.
Put the
You need to go back to the daily
I'm contemplating.
affirmations.
Yeah, I'm contemplating.
You need a goal.
How about right? You ready for this?
Yeah.
The Las Vegas Half Marathon in February.
Easy work for you.
The Las Vegas Half Marathon it's a rock and roll
Yeah, easy work.
in Vegas. No problem, right?
Yeah.
13 miles. But,
13.1.
You're running, but you're stopping for bands. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're not like running like you're competing
Or
or
we
anything.
could do the Pasadena half.
Yeah?
Also.
You wanna do that one?
I can't run yet. I have a torn meniscus, so I can't run.
Oh, come on. Don't make excuses. Put a sleeve on it. I got Clapper coming on today. We'll fix it.
Well, I actually just had to text Dr. Clapper because I found out the phones are broken.
Oh, goodness
We didn't have a show
gracious.
yesterday, so I didn't know this, and
Well,
our
I'm here
phones
for
are
you.
down.
Oh, that means no Laker talk today. Let's go. Hey, everybody. I got Laker talk tonight, Andy.
Very big of you.
Hey.
Very big of you.
No problem.
Actually, it's worse. It means you have to cover all the talking yourself.
Well, when they win, nobody calls. So it's me and DeAndre hanging out.
That's right. And Punch.
Well, be careful. You don't
And the
wanna-
YouTube component, too.
Right. Hey, let me do this. Let me get to the top of the hour, and then we got a lot of stuff we want to get to. I would love to hear what you guys think about what Darvin Ham had to say after he, as an assistant coach, won the second straight in-season tournament. I can't wait to hear what you guys would have to say about that. But first, let me talk about this. The Share the Love event that's happening at Subaru, and specifically Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. You know, on Tuesday night, me and Morales drove from downtown L.A. down to the DTF, downtown Fullerton. We were there with Omar at Ocean Subaru, and we were shooting videos and talking. Plus, I was able to meet the ladies from the Women's Club of Fullerton, and that is our charity of choice. When you buy or lease a new Subaru between now and January 2nd, Subaru will make a donation of $300 to your favorite charity. It could be ASPCA. These are the national charity partners. ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels, National Park Foundation. If you want your money to stay closer to home, the Women's Club of Fullerton, that is our local charity. And I found out that the Women's Club of Fullerton, they got their hands in everything in that town, and they're helping all kinds of different organizations. So come on down to Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. We're going to get you into the best car we can. And by the way, the safest vehicle on the road. I'm telling you right now, I am driving a brand new Subaru, and I love, love, love this car. OceanSubaruOC.com. That's OceanSubaruOC.com. 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. We make you smile at every mile.
Hey guys, it's Sedano here. You know it's hard to find a good dentist for your kids, someone who they can trust and enjoy going to the dentist with. Luckily, we found Children's Dental Fun Zone. With 17 locations across Southern California, Children's Dental Fun Zone specializes in children's dentistry and orthodontics. With state-of-the-art equipment and personal attention your children deserve. To book your child's next appointment, visit their website, cdfzone.com. That's cdfzone.com. Or call them at 800-717-KIDS. That's 800-717-KIDS.
Since 1949, Norm's has been serving up great food and great value. Celebrate 75 years with our anniversary menu starting at $7.99. Enjoy delicious classics like the country sausage biscuit breakfast, double cut pork chop dinner, and T-bone steak trio. Norm's, where life happens.
Hey, it's Mace. There's more fun watching the NBA playing Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app today. Pick more or less on at least two players' projected stats, points, rebounds, assists, and more. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, new users just have to play $5 and they get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app. Use code 710. That's code 710.
Must be 18 years old. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
710 ESPN.
Sedano and Kap for your afternoon right now on 710 ESPN.
It's time for what you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What we all need to know is being brought to us by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. One thing you need to know, Andy Kamenetsky is in for Sedano. You got DeAndre running this operation.
What's happening?
And here is the executive producer of Sedano Kap. I don't know. I just put executive in front of it. Here's Lindsay Baseball.
I like to think that I'm the executive producer of the show.
You might have just gotten her a raise.
Right. Hey, congratulations.
That'd be awesome. I'll make sure I follow up on that. So what you need to know is that Cappy, one of your most favorite famous people, has gone MIA. The Hawk Tua girl, Haley Welch, has gone social media and internet silent.
Really?
Yes, because, so she went viral for her Hawk Tua comments.
She might be in a
And then, 2 weeks ago, she dropped a cryptocurrency.
It's a
meme coin. Yes.
Meme coin.
And it was a Hawk, right? And so everybody went out and bought it. She promoted it on her new podcast. Go out and buy Hawk. And then the next day, it completely crashed down to zero. So everyone started accusing her of a pump and dump scheme where people invest a bunch of...
I just want to make sure I got this right.
Yes.
The Hawk Tua girl.
Yes.
The girl who said Hawk Tua.
Yes,
You got to spit on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
She's been accused of a pump and a dump?
Cappy, you a freak, man.
Just a question.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
a pump and dump scheme.
Okay.
When everybody,
something else.
a group of people all kind of gets together as a conspiracy to buy this coin, raise the value of it, and then they sell it off before it crashes. So I guess it, she's kind of disappeared. Her new podcast has not had a new episode over the past 2 weeks, and they never announced any type of hiatus or anything. She hasn't been on Twitter, her live chat, anything. So she's disappeared, and I guess she announced that she's going to bed.
She's going to bed?
Yes. People were like, hey, where have you been? And she was just like, I'm going to bed.
So wait, you mean to tell me
she's being sued? She's being
by
sued
a lot of
over
people.
this.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Cryptocurrency scheme, huh? Boy, she got into everything. They were like, hey, girl, you're famous right now for the one thing you said, and they gave her everything that an instant famous person would get.
I was going to say, there's nothing that feels like it summarizes 2024 more than the Hawk Tua girl involved with a cryptocurrency scandal.
But she was. I don't think she was. I mean, that happens all the time where people make these stupid meme coins.
But some of it is nobody even understands cryptocurrency. There are all these people who love to either dip into it or talk about. Nobody gets this. There's maybe 4 people on the planet who I think actually truly understand cryptocurrency, and the idea that cryptocurrency would be linked up to someone like Hawk Tua girl, who nobody can really drill down why she's been famous for more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, everyone knows exactly why she's famous.
No, but I mean, just
spit on that thing.
Yeah, that's why she's famous.
What? That's why. That's why.
I mean more the idea that the novelty hasn't worn off.
Oh.
That's what I mean. That I get why she would go viral. I mean that 6 months later, people would still care.
Can I just tell you guys that my son is 24 years old, and here's what he says to me. Hey, Dad, you own any Bitcoin? I go, no, I don't have any Bitcoin. He goes, how come you don't have Bitcoin? I said, there was this one time where Lindsay Baseball and Sedano were telling me I got to get into Bitcoin. So I downloaded the Coinbase app, and then I tried to connect my Chase bank account to the Coinbase app, and it never worked. And because it never worked, I never could actually pull it off. And
actually, time out. What actually probably happened was he tried to connect his bank to the Coinbase app, and then there was some type of verification thing where it's like, we're going to send you 2 small deposits, then you need to come back and verify this once they're sent to your account, and he just never did it. That's
that or I didn't know a password, something typical like that.
Exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right, that's usually the one I use. But the thing is that I just couldn't. So my son's telling me, he goes this is my 24-year-old son, as if he's some financial wizard, as if he works on Wall Street and he works at an investment bank, and I'm like, hey, my son, he went to Harvard and he's super smart and he really knows all this stuff, so I'm going to follow his advice. Not the case. So he tells me, he goes, you better get some cryptocurrency before the end of the year, because next year it's going to blow up. And I'm like, should I be listening to him? Does he know what he's talking about?
You should, but you know what's funny? My brother is, and he's a financial advisor. That's what he does for a big bank company. That's what he went to school for. That's what he does for a living. He's always said, oh, no, I'm not buying that. That's a scam. That's such a scam. I'm not buying that. So he's very anti. I guess a lot of people in the financial world are. They're very anti-crypto because it's so it's so unpredictable, and there's no way to quantify why something blows up and goes up in value. And
you better listen to the Wolf of Pittsburgh, bro.
I will.
That kid's going places.
I will.
I always listen to kickers.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you this right now. This Hawk Tua girl, The fact that she got famous, the fact that they gave her a podcast, the fact that they did like videos about where she's from, and my granny's lives in this little town in Tennessee, and I still love my granny, and all this kind of, and then they were like, at the end of it all, they're like, we're done with her, so let's give her some kind of a crypto coin, and like let's just flush her already. Unbelievable.
I feel
Poor
bad
Hawk
for
Tua
her.
girl.
Like, you can't knock the hustle, like
No.
let her live. And then now everyone's like, oh, this was a scam. It's not her fault. This is how cryptocurrency works.
Well, it's her fault if she went into it knowing it's a scam.
But what I mean though is like, how is there a way to like tell that a bunch of people conspired to drive the value up? What happened was just like,
Well, if she was one of the people involved with
I highly
driving it
doubt.
up.
My guess is I highly doubt this 20-whatever-year-old girl who, like to Cappy's point, misses her
I
grandma,
mean, it
lives
is
with her
outside her
grandma.
wheelhouse.
If I were her, you know what I would do?
I don't think that she concocted this crazy Bitcoin
If I were her,
scam or
I would
whatever.
always just use this one excuse. The excuse I would always use if I were her is, I'm just the Hawk Tua girl.
Right.
I'm just famous because I said spit on that thing.
She's probably right. Somebody somewhere told her to do it, and she was like, okay, this sounds like a good idea, and now she's wrapped up in the middle
But
of
in
it.
the meantime, too, respectfully, and I feel for anybody who may have lost their life savings, if you decided to wrap up your life savings in the Hawk Tua girls meme coin,
Yeah, it's kinda your
you kind
fault.
of deserve what's
Yeah.
coming
Right.
to you.
Yeah.
I was going to make Granny rich. That's what you need to know. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Beto's in the studio. Andy is here.
No, Andy's doing the job. I'm just hanging out.
I know you are, but listen to me.
making it
Let me ask you guys